I'm here with two amazing cars, the new M3 and the new M4, in fantastic colours. But to talk us through these cars, the product manager for them, James Thompson.
This is our 6th version of these. It's 35 years since the first version came out, and this is the best one yet. This is a performance car, but it's got to work on the road and on the race circuit as well. And more importantly, it's got to look like an M car.
When I look at the front, I see quite a lot of carbon fibre as well. That's kind of looking like a race car as well, isn't it?
Exactly. These cars have got carbon exterior packs, so these breather areas on the front, the brake ducts are converted to carbon fibre. We've got carbon fibre mirror caps, spoiler and diffuser on the back, so it's dripping in carbon fibre now.
And it's a lot different, isn't it, from the predecessor cars as well? How much difference is there?
Pretty much everything. The most important thing is the engine. So whilst it's still a 3-litre 6-cylinder engine, we've now got 510 brake horsepower. It's much more torquey, it's more responsive, it's a much quicker car. Importantly though, it still sounds amazing. We've made the chassis a little bit stiffer. That means the suspension is softer on the road, but it can sharpen up on the racetrack. So we've actually ended up with a car which is nicer to drive every day and even better to drive on the opportunities you get to take it out on a circuit. Both cars now have 510 horsepower, so we have a competition version of this car for the UK market. It's now an 8-speed ZF gearbox, but it's heavily tuned. The ratios and the programming of it are very specific to these cars. The engine also has gone up 100 Newton meters of torque, so 60 horsepower more, 100 Newton meters of torque. All of that comes through in the responsiveness of the car when you're in the right gear.
With those big figures, you need to be comfortable, I'm assuming, so the carbon bucket seats for me are quite adjustable and they're actually very comfortable as well. They're a lot different than what we've had in the previous models, aren't they?
They definitely are. I mean, we've gone to great lengths to develop these carbon bucket seats. They're still actually really comfortable. These are the ones I'd pick to drive in every day and also for when I want to take it on a track. They're absolutely mega. People who love M cars are going to really prick their ears up at this, but I've heard about your special brake pedal, yes. So you can have a difference in the brake pedal feel, yep. Which is like a race car, isn't it? That's amazing. Exactly, so you have a brake-by-wire, so now you've got two settings, a kind of sharper, less press on the pedal before the brakes activate, but it's all personalisable in the menu, so you can change chassis setup, engine response, gear changes, and now for the first time the feeling in the brake.
When I look at the side of the car, actually, I can see that the rear wheels are bigger than the front, and that's something I don't usually see on a BMW.
We actually started introducing the split wheels on special models like the M4 GTS, and it's basically because the engineers worked out that you can have a sharper turn-in with a slightly smaller wheel on the front. It's actually smaller rim but a wider tyre, so really sharpens the turn-in of the car, and it's just so neutral. It does exactly what you want but without ever overstepping the mark. It's properly dialed in.
With these cars, they will come in different body styles as well, won't they?
Yeah, we've got the Saloon and the Coupe here, so these cars are going to be available from March 2021. There's a convertible version of the M4 coming a little bit further into the future, the very first M3 Touring as well.
So all in all, a fantastic car on the road, but if you fancy a little lap round the track, this is the car for you, either of them.
Definitely, that's what an M car should be. It has to do both of those things and it has to do them well. And yeah, I can't speak highly enough about these two.
More than 30 years ago, the first generation E30 M3 captured the imagination of auto enthusiasts around the globe. Since that time and through more than 5 successful generations, the M3 and M4 now form the very heart and soul of the BMW brand. And now the new 6th generation brings with it more performance, more power, and of course a much bolder style. The new BMW M3 and M4 share a common front-end design. The large kidney grille features the characteristic BMW M double slat design, and those are complemented by the iconic BMW headlights featuring laser light technology. Down below, large air intakes help cool the engine, while up top the sculpted hood improves aerodynamics. On the side profile, the characteristic BMW M grille is embedded within the flank design. And down below, a new aerodynamic skirt package is added, which improves the overall drag of the vehicle, while at the same time visually lowering it as well. And this is complemented by the 19-inch M lightweight forged wheels up front and 20-inch in the rear, all wrapped in ultra-high performance rubber. Lightweight technology carries out throughout the entire exterior of the body. The carbon ceramic brakes shed more than 30 pounds off the overall curb weight while providing the ultimate in stopping power. While up top, the carbon fiber roof not only reduces weight, but lowers the overall center of gravity. Out back, the signature BMW M quad exhaust design is wrapped in a fully functional rear diffuser with optional carbon fiber. Out back, the flared wheel arches are immediately noticeable on the new M3 and M4, compensating for the much wider track versus series vehicles. The lightweight theme continues on the interior of the new M3 and M4 as well, with the new M carbon bucket seats shedding more than 20 pounds versus standard M Sport seats. Exposed carbon fiber on the seat backs and seat inlays give a truly race-inspired feel. The carbon fiber theme continues throughout the interior, with inlays on the dash, center console, and for the first time on the steering wheel. With the flick of a switch, drivers can toggle between a number of performance settings such as throttle response, braking, suspension, and steering. The new M-Drive Professional makes its debut on the all-new M3 and M4 and includes M Track Mode, M Lap Timer, M Drift Analyzer, and 10 unique M Traction settings. The new M3 and M4 include all the latest BMW in-car tech, including Live Cockpit Professional, our industry-leading head-up display, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity, and wireless charging. The new M3 and M4 provide not only a thrilling ride, but a safe ride as well, featuring all the latest in BMW safety tech. Under the hood lies the next generation of BMW M's 3-liter M twin-power turbo inline 6-cylinder engine, which when mated to a 6-speed manual transmission produces 473 horsepower. On competition models with our 8-speed M Steptronic transmission, it produces a whopping 503 horsepower. As part of the ownership experience of the new M3 and M4, all would-be owners will enjoy a hassle-free experience with our no-charge scheduled maintenance program. So as you can see, the new M3 and M4 bring an unrivaled level of performance, dynamics, and of course, very bold style to the segment. So call your local BMW retailer today to be one of the first in line.